At this point, I owe you at least 5 pizzas.
Now it's a Thanos flask.
Can you undo that? Because now it looks like something really bad.
I do not have the kissing disease.
You know who does
Yeah,
that?
I can believe that.
What?
Oof.
Welcome everyone to the 2019 general election. Today we have 2 amazing candidates here. Would you 2 like to introduce yourselves? First, the horse.
I'm guessing that's me.
I'm pretty sure.
You're guessing that's you.
I am Horse from the Tea Party, as you can tell by the thermos flask and mug I have in front of me. I am running to hold my position as the owner of this channel.
Alright, and what about you, not horse?
I'm just surprised we're running for this. I thought we were running for Prime Minister, but okay. I'm Cara, and I run the breakfast party. Many young people these days, they never eat their breakfast, and I think it's important to get breakfast done. Everyone in Britain, they drink tea, and that's frankly wrong. And I think that's another reason why I should own the channel. I will keep it active and awake with a nice balanced breakfast and some good coffee.
What's so you become dependent on caffeine for all your productivity?
Fun fact, tea's more addictive than coffee.
How? I mean, I have it every day, but like, that doesn't prove anything.
Well, my brother, who's studying in medicine, says so.
Heck. I lost my first debate.
We also have an audience member, very aggressive.
I represent the will of millions bearing down on you like the uncompromising rays of the desert sun.
How long did you have that in your head?
The audience will not answer this question.
Alright, so we got a nice list of questions here. First question comes from a Red. What is your stance on snoot booping?
Well, I think I'll. Well, after you, my
can go
debate.
No, you first.
Oh, no, I insist.
I insist.
It's okay. Listen. I am perfectly fine with you going first, as I feel it is your democratic right to explain yourself. Continue.
Just a tortured scream. Snoot booping is a very good source of positive emotion and interaction, and I will continue to accept it as a form of greeting.
Well, I think it's important to acknowledge the importance of the snoot booping. There are many kind of situations where it can apply to day-to-day life. For example, I'm just going to put up a few pictures to the side here on screen of me booping the snoot of my doggo. Definitely not trying to reel in some cute points. I just think that the Tea Party is really not aggressive enough in this particular situation. And I think, to quote another political candidate from a few years ago, make snoodles booped again.
So you're saying you want booping to be more aggressive?
Not aggressive in that situation. I mean in its growth. I'm talking more about bringing it to the mainstream, making it a real thing that people feel comfortable doing. Because right now, there's a lot of hesitation, there's a lot of anxiety. I'm talking about aggressively, pushing up its prospects, not aggressively or forcefully booping someone.
I see. I was worried that you're insinuating violence.
You're the most civil debater ever. Oh my god.
The audience wants violence.
Question number 2 from a Spice Tea. Are you going to screw over the NHS? Breakfast Bite, you go first this time.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
you.
I'm the breakfast party.
I can't believe she forgot her own party name. She's not prepared.
Terrible!
I think the NHS is a vital part of everyday life in Britain. You never know when you're going to fall ill. You never know what's going to happen. What I can ensure is that the NHS will make sure every patient who comes into the hospital wards gets a great balanced Brexit. Not Brexit. Gets a great balanced breakfast.
I too support the NHS very much. I use it often. I think we just still don't spend enough on it, especially in the mental health department, where some hospitals still suffer from 2-year-long waits. That is something that I would definitely work hard to get rid of by prioritizing mental health and removing stigmas surrounding it.
That's not true though, is it? I actually have leaked papers right here of you trying to sell the NHS to Donald Trump.
What does that say?
You can read it later.
The audience has a question. What is the NHS?
The National Health Service. It's free healthcare in the UK.
Yeah, it's probably a really alien kind of like, you know, concept to you as a frog.
You're debating with the audience more than you're debating with me.
I know.
All right, next question from Christmas time. What's stopping you from going to Mars before Elon?
Money. Money and the health and safety regulations. I think Elon Musk's plan, he's probably the closest to achieving that goal because he's been working on it for years now. The UK does not have a space program, unfortunately, so we kind of don't stand a chance.
You know, I got the feeling this is the exact same kind of response you people have heard before from these politicians. You know, there's no magic money tree, there's no magic space station. Whenever I become Prime Minister, I will invest into our space infrastructure and bring us to Mars at the same time as Elon, because, you know, then he'll give us some Tesla Cybertrucks and it'll be pretty cool.
The audience does not view Cybertrucks favorably.
The audience is from the court of public opinion.
No.
Okay, I think we're about halfway through.
Wow,
Yeah.
fancy that. The current government's in control of the length of this debate. This government is controlling our media, people. Any bias you see is a result of these corrupt elites.
Listen, no one is gonna want to watch a like half-hour-long video.
How about those who want to know the facts? I think they're perfectly prepared to.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, who just held up a newspaper that says nothing about the claims that you made.
I will publish the newspaper for full reading right after this. I swear, people look down in the comments, there will be the unredacted post of what it says.
Don't vote me out, please. This is all I have.
The audience is confused as to whether this debate is about the future of the UK or SammiFX YouTube channel.
What's the difference?
Honestly, so are we.
Let's say you win the debate and you become Prime Minister of England and the owner of SammiFX's channel. What is your plan afterwards?
Well, I am glad you asked. In regards to SammiFX's channel, I will bring back dinguses.
Oh, for God's
Complete reboot, and it'll be brought back. It'll be here.
Hey,
But
hey,
on
name
top of
goes.
that, I will
How do you feel
ensure-
about bringing
I'm not
dinguses
finished.
back?
I'm speaking.
The
Would you let
audience
me
supports
finish?
this decision.
Thank you, audience. Please calm down.
Alongside that, there will be 3 videos a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, 2 Gmod, 1 of any other game. In terms of the UK, we'll reinvest into our NHS, ensure people have a nice balanced breakfast, and everyone has their free thermal razor mug. Thank you.
The audience supports these unrealistic expectations wholeheartedly.
I also promise 3 videos a week, as well as 3 live streams every week. Can't
But
comment.
how can you promise that when you're barely doing 2 out a week as it is?
Listen, you're no help.
Yeah, well, maybe if the government gave me the right benefits and the right support I needed to get my
Listen.
business off the ground, so I could have built that
Okay,
new
guys,
computer.
listen to this. Cara claims that she's going to bring dinguses back. She was my executive producer in that group chat, and she left because she didn't believe in the project. She is the reason dinguses stopped.
Well, maybe it was because the director gave up halfway through the project because you couldn't get what you wanted, even though there were workarounds.
No,
Make Snoodles boop again.
stop stealing from Brie. I plan to invest more into the NHS, into public transport, into schools and police, and I plan to do this by taxing the K-pop stans.
The audience completely supports this decision.
They say that there is no magical money tree, but K-pop brings in the highest recorded views
Well,
according
you can't
to
rely
YouTube
on ad
Rewind
revenue coming from a
2019.
company that dodges tax thanks to your government.
YouTube is an American company.
But it has a European base. Explain that.
Is it UK based?
Dublin.
Oh, uh-huh. And who else is from Ireland?
Kerry.
Alright, so I think we have enough time for just one more question. RS3 or old school?
Old school RuneScape. I enjoy the aesthetic of there being no sky. It's just a black void. And it's always nighttime, but I think that looks cool. The low poly aesthetic is very in right now. as is proven by a lot of indie titles that I will not name for copyright reasons, and partly because I can't think of any off the top of my head. It's got the best soundtrack. It has the good old GNOME theme, the good old sea shanty too, and yeah, it's the OG.
Once again, an individual trying to sound like they know what they're talking about when they don't. Fun fact, that song's called Dwarf Fame. So, let's get started off here. When it comes to RuneScape, if we're talking modern day, I have to concede. Old school is objectively more fun. I would offer a rebuttal. I love what RS3 has offered in terms of adventurousness. I feel like the evolved combat system has become really complementary, and I feel like with fixes to the game's responsiveness, it could really take off. I feel like from a lore perspective, there's very few games that beat it on the planet, and I'm not just talking about, you know, within the MMO range. I think that RuneScape 3 is a game that has stuck by me for decades, and when I say that I think that it is the best of the two, I really mean it, because it was the game I went to when I was down. So I'm going to say RuneScape 3, but no microtransactions.
The audience ubiquitously hates RuneScape.
Jesus, this is not Joker.
Death cannot hold me. Could you please give your closing statements?
Okay, well, you go ahead.
My closing statement is, please vote for me, or else I'll cry.
I think that it's important to ensure all snoodles are booped. I think it's important to ensure that our healthcare is well funded and preserved and safe from billionaire presidents across the pond.
I literally said I'm not gonna do that.
I'm giving my closing statement. Can I finish?
But you're filling
Can I
it
finish?
with misinformation and slander.
I have the evidence right here.
Okay, let me see it.
Okay, you want to see the evidence? Here.
Love's hate relationship with taxes.
Suspicious. As for what the breakfast party will do, it will offer everyone a balanced breakfast at any point when they want it. We will invest more into our NHS, unlike you. We will ensure that our... Let me finish. We will ensure that our police are heavily funded. We will ensure that we are welcoming and an inclusive country, as we are not about hate and pushing people out with unnecessary borders. And we will reunite Ireland. That's right. I love you, Northern Ireland, but you've got to stay with Ireland.
The audience will now choose the candidate they like most by sparing them.
Yeah, I never saw...
As always, the audience hates all political candidates.
So I guess that means the audience wins. Congratulations, you are now the owner of Sammy's channel.
Thank you. The audience represents a vote for anarchy.
Basically, we'll all comment, and whoever's comment gets the most likes wins. Until next time, Kermit will remain unconscious. See ya. I'm the puff guy.
What is the puff guy?
I'm the puff guy.
It's a parody of the bad guy.
What? I'm the
What's the bad guy?
Dad, no.
It's the song by Billie Eilish.
I'm the puff
I've never
guy.
listened to Billie Eilish.
So you're the puff guy. Thank you.
you.
What is wrong with this generation? Am I right, Carrie?
Yeah.